you become a billionaire? Perhaps some of the answers can be found by watching Naveen go about his strict daily routine.
I wake up about 4:30 and 5, and between 5 and 5:15, I am working on email, catching up on news, looking at the blogs, looking at the different opinions. Because people just don't sleep. I mean, they're working 24/7. Somewhere around the world, people are awake and working. So you're always constantly being bombarded with request information or just sometimes news. And so in the morning, I wake up and I, take care of my mind. And then after that, I work out, and that's taking care of my body. And then I do meditate before I go to work, so that takes care of my soul. Business is like a war. You have to be completely prepared. And unless you have mind, body, and soul really all ready for it, you just can't fight that battle.
So I love seeing how people do their daily routines. I love seeing how they start the day. I love seeing what their workout routines are, mindset routines are, because hopefully you can pick up one little tweak, one little hack, one little thing that you can try out on your own to be able to make your life a little bit better. I'm sitting here outside Genius Network. We've just been having some amazing meetings. I spent the past 2 days in a group where you pay $25,000 a year to be in, and the next 2 days we have to pay $100,000 a year to be in, and I'm grateful to be able to meet some amazing humans who built some amazing businesses. And so this video leads to a couple of thoughts for me. The first is, I think it's great to have a healthy balance of order and chaos. Most days you live in order. Most days you should have a morning routine. Most days you wake up and you do the thing you say you're gonna do. Most days, whether it's working out or for your business, for your mindset, feeding information into you. I go on my believe walks every morning. Some of the things I do, right? Somebody asked me yesterday, how do you stay so positive? Well, I go on a believe walk every morning. I go outside, get some sun. It's nice here in Arizona. Let me show you. It's snowing right now. I'm filming this the end of April, and it's snowing in Toronto. But I'm here. Crazy sun, super grateful. We got palm trees in the back. I'm gonna get some of the sun out of my face. But I go for my believe walk pretty much every morning. And on a believe walk, what that is just help me set my mind for the day. What do I want to accomplish today? What am I doing today? I forget, I forget what my responsibilities are and why I'm doing it. Because no matter how great a day I had yesterday, today I wake up and feel like I'm starting over. And so having something in the morning that helps you remind yourself of the intention that you've got for today, I think is really valuable. It's really helpful. At least it is for me. Having music on, putting music on that makes you bounce, makes you go up, and makes you move. Because when you move, it transforms your mind as well. When your body's moving, your mind starts moving. When your body's slow and lazy and tired, then your mind is slow and lazy and tired as well. And then feeding my brain with knowledge, with inspiration, it's why I make all these videos, because I want to learn from Naveen Jain. I want to learn from Oprah Winfrey. I want to learn from Elon Musk. I want to learn from people who are thinking just way bigger than me. And so I think back to the idea of order versus chaos. Most days you should wake up and be in order. Most days you should wake up and do your routine. Most days you should wake up and do what you said you were going to do, because these are the things that works for you. Every now and then, though, it's great to inject some chaos, because entrepreneurs, we love chaos. And it's great to challenge the order, and it's great to see, is this thing that I was doing, does it still serve me? Does it still work for me? Is it still something that I want to be doing? And so that's where going to an event, going to a conference, going to meet other people, right? So I'm hanging out with all these successful entrepreneurs here in Arizona, and it's great. And a lot of it is a reinforcement of what I'm already doing is working, and you hopefully pick up some nuggets. This is a 10-day trip, 11-day trip, something like that. On my first 2 days here, they gave us free breakfast at the hotel. And so my wife, Nina, was here with me. And we went for the breakfast the first 2 days. And I don't usually eat breakfast. I don't usually eat until at least 2 o'clock. So I'll eat between 2 and 6 o'clock every day. Sometimes I start at 2, sometimes I start at 6, or somewhere in between. I'm usually done by 8. And that's what I do on a daily basis. But since I was away, you know what, let's have some breakfast. And I wasn't like junking out on every sweet cereal and syrup all over the place, but I intently kind of went off my routine, still did my believe walk, still did the music. And then after 2 days, like, you know what, if I keep doing this for the next 10 days, 11 days, I'm not gonna feel right, And so I'm right now back on my routine. And the little bit of chaos every now and then I think is good. It helps you identify, is the things that I'm doing, is it working? Is it helping me? Do I want to keep doing it or not? What is serving me ongoing? And so sometimes you need to get out of your environment to get that shift. So going to an event, going to a conference, meeting other people, being around more ambitious or equally ambitious people as you can help you come back with some new ideas. Even if you go on vacation, like you ever go on a vacation, you come back, you're like, I want to do this, and this. You feel rejuvenated, you feel energetic, you feel alive, you feel ready to go off and just make some big change, right? Because you change your environment, and so that will force some chaos into you that can hopefully lead to some positive results. So I think most days you should live in the order. Here's my routine, and I think it works, and I'm sticking to it. And then every now and then you need to inject a little bit of chaos into it, and hopefully in that chaos it's something positive that you're injecting into yourself that makes you pause, makes you reflect, and makes you see, is this order that I've set up for myself still lead me to the life that I want? One of the things that I have taken away from the past 2 days of hanging with the 25K a year members is the importance of tracking. And right now what I've done then is started tracking what time I eat every day and how many push-ups, jumping jacks, and squats that I'm doing every day. And one of the speakers was talking about in general, as entrepreneurs, what we're always trying to do is go for new highs. What's our new high? Break a new record, right? Go for new highs. Where a great way to think about it is, instead of always trying to break new highs, because that's almost impossible to do, just work on your bad days. Work on raising the lows. So if you're thinking about a health goal, for example, and you want to hit a certain weight, well, you're the average of what you've done for the past year, right? If you eat like crap half the time and eat super healthy half the time, you're going to get a certain weight outcome. If you eat or fast some days but then eat super junky other days, you'll get a certain weight outcome. So you're the average of all your highs and lows, and we tend to focus only on the highs and we don't focus enough on the lows. Where if you can just, instead of always focusing on getting better highs, just lowering the impact of the lows, then you can get a better average result, which is what your end result ends up being. And so you don't know until you track it. So if you're on a health journey, there may be days you eat super clean, awesome, and you can eat cleaner on some days, great, but you'll probably get the best results by those days where you fall off the rails, where you cheat, where you make yourself not so proud. Where if I'm having breakfast at the buffet at the hotel, on the bad days, you don't let it go too bad. There's a concept of bumpers, like in a bowling alley, you have bumpers down the side. And so you don't let it get too bad. And so if you cheat or you eat, then you're not having all like pounds of syrup and everything else, that you minimize the impact. Or if you're gonna work out, or you're gonna make your calls, you're gonna make some videos, that whatever your worst days are, just making them not as bad. And track. So by tracking, you can see how well you're doing. And so I started tracking what time I ate. So yesterday was the first day, so I ate at 6:15. I didn't eat anything all day, ate at 6:15 at night, and ended up doing, 50 push-ups, 100 squats, and 200 jumping jacks, something like that. And then today I'll start tracking again. And it gives you a baseline for where you're at. And so that's a new thing that I'm gonna try. And right now my plan is track those metrics, what time I ate, how many push-ups, jumping jacks, and squats that I do every day. Those 4 things that I'm measuring, and track that every day just on a piece of paper. And then on the weekend, transfer that into a Google Sheet. And so I have historic data. Now, here's the thing, it's an idea. Right now, I'm super excited about the idea. I'm away from my environment, I've injected chaos into it, and I got inspired to do this. So immediate action, I'm doing it, right? You don't have to wait to go home to buy a Fitbit, to buy a fancy tracker, to XYZ, right? This is what we tend to do. You get inspired by something, and then you go off and you plan and plan and plan, and when I get home, or next week, or next month, or on my birthday, or New Year, I'm gonna do it. I said, just do it, just get started. Just immediate imperfect action is always the answer. And I'm excited by it right now. And it might make a huge difference for me. It might be a big game changer. It might be all I talk about, to give you advice for the next 10 years of my life. Or maybe it fizzles out, or maybe I try it for 3 days and I leave here in a couple days, and then that's it, and I don't do it again. It's still worth the experiment. And that's what chaos brings. The chaos brings new ideas, and the newness is not productive. The newness is creative, but the newness is going to fail a lot. The newness is not going to be efficient. Again, it won't be productive, and we judge ourselves that every new idea has to be the perfect idea. It's the exact opposite. You know, like new ideas, most of them will fail. And it's not that it's a bad idea, it just may not be the right idea for you at this moment in your life right now. And so I'm trying it. But in general, back to the idea of order and chaos, I think most days you should wake up and have a schedule. I think most days you should wake up and do the thing, at least talking to myself, Evan Carmichael. Evan, most days you should wake up and have a schedule. Most days you should wake up and do the thing that you said you were going to do and have your routine and stick to it, because that has consistently gotten you results. And if you keep doing that, you'll keep getting more results. And every now and then, you need to inject a little bit of chaos into it. You need to be around other people who are doing big things. You need to question the order and question the structure and ask yourself, does this structure right now still serve me? And is there a better way? And it's in that combination that I think you ultimately find your happiness, your success, your purpose, and you get the life that you want.
Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight all of the lessons learned in this video, as well as pull out our 3 favorite learnings and quotes that will inspire you to actually do something. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there. If you want to see my one-on-one with Naveen, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll love it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Self-belief comes from self-love. Like the minute you fall in love with yourself is the day the world will fall in love with you.